Welcome to the deep dive of Dvar Malchus, the Rebbe's Parsha Talks of the years 1991 and 1992, Tafshin Aleph and Tafshin Beis. My name is Hannah Margulies, and I'm so honored and grateful for this opportunity to dive into these texts together. This is part of the GeulaWives podcast. GeulaWives is all about living Geula in our marriages, revealing and tapping into and receiving the beauty, connection, peace, and joy, purpose that is possible in all of our marriages, living the marriages of our dreams and truly experiencing Geula. This specific series is focused on the Geula part of GeulaWives, as we really live with ideas of Mashiach and really live with these powerful concepts of what Geula is. In the Rebbe's words, it allows us as the Kislev, as the mainstay of our home, to infuse our homes with the energy of Geula. And of course, that energy of Geula, that is the energy of Shalom Bayis, the energy of true and complete peace. So the merit of learning these talks, we should be able to have true Shalom Bayis within ourselves, our minds, and our heart, within us and our husbands, within us and our homes, and the ultimate home for God in this world. That is the true Shalom Bayis. Thank you for joining, and let's dive in. Today I want to share with you some highlights from the Dvar Malchus on Yud Tes Kislev, which is called the festival of all festivals, an incredible day of rejoicing for the Jewish people, of a deepening of our learning of Chassidus, the inner dimension of the Torah. So let's dive in. So the line of Tehillim that the Alter Rebbe was saying when he was released from prison, and just to understand, this was not the type of situation that people ever left. If you were incarcerated by the Tsars, Russians, that's it. So this was a huge miracle of what happened on Yud Tes Kislev, is that the Alter Rebbe was freed from prison after 53 days. And the Alter Rebbe, when he was actually released, when his prison cell was open and he was told he was going to go free, he was reciting the Psalm 55, verse 19, Pada v'shalom nafshi. My soul has been redeemed in peace. So let's look at this line. Pada v'shalom nafshi be'krav li ki be'rabim hayu imadi. My soul redeemed in peace, be'krav li, from those who are like my battles that are close to me. Ki be'rabim hayu imadi, for the many that were with me. So here the Rebbe is going to really break this down and open it up for us. What is so special about this psalm that it's so connected to the Alter Rebbe's release? So there's an idea that Hashem says whoever occupies himself with Torah, with Gemalas Chassidim, with acts of kindness, and a person who prays in a minyan, it says it is as if he redeemed me and my children from amongst the nations of the earth. So Hashem considers whoever does these three acts, once again, learns Torah, does acts of kindness, or prays with a minyan, that they've actually redeemed Hashem and his children from exile, which is an incredible thing. The idea of thinking that, wow, we actually redeem Hashem. So often we're busy thinking, okay, we want Hashem to redeem us, to take us out of Galus. But really, we are the ones who redeem Hashem and his children. So his children is referring to, of course, us. And when we say Hashem in this context, it's referring to the Shekhinah. Because the Shekhinah and the Jewish people are together in exile. And they will also be redeemed together. So this is from Gemara Megillah 29a. And it's such a powerful idea. It's not like, God forbid, the Jewish people are sent into exile without Hashem. No, Hashem puts himself into exile with us. And therefore Hashem wants Geula for us, not just him or the Jewish people, for the us which is Hashem and the Jewish people. And this ultimate redemption is very much, just as much redemption for Hashem and his Shekhinah as it is for us. It's one redemption. There's no way to separate the two. Okay, so the purpose of Yud Tes Kislev, that the Alter Rebbe brings out here, of the Alter Rebbe's Geula, of being redeemed, was for the sake of the spreading of the wellsprings of Chassidus, right? This entire Kitruk, this heavenly decree that happened, is because he was spreading the wellsprings of Chassidus, and there was a discussion above, is this the right thing to do? And ultimately the answer was, yes, this is what's needed. This is the mission of the moment. Why was it so vital for us to have these wellsprings? Because these wellsprings are the knowledge of God. What do we do when we learn Chassidus? We're learning about Hashem. We're filling our Chachma Bin Adas, we're filling our mind, our heart, our body, our life with the knowledge of Hashem. And what's going to happen in the days of Mashiach is that our occupation will be to know Hashem. So there's no greater preparation for Geula than learning Chassidus, because we're literally already taking on our new occupation, our new obsession, our new life, our new oxygen, which is just knowing Hashem. As it says, the world will be filled with the knowledge of Hashem as the waters cover the ocean. Right? This is what's going to be. Our new consciousness will just be God consciousness. And Chassidus is what allows us and inaugurates us into this new consciousness, this reality. So let's look at this a line. Because of the many who are with me, the Rabim, right, from that psalm that we looked at. The many is the idea of us being in a space of many, a space of dispersion and exile. Right? So we've been scattered as the Jewish people throughout all the nations of the world. Where is there not a Chabad house, right? Because where are there not Jewish people? We're everywhere. And why is this? So there's the idea of, right? So there's the idea of us, being sent on our mission throughout the world, but ultimately the idea is to be gathered back together and united in our land, in our temple, in our service of the one God, to come back to this place of unity. But it's saying that even when we're in this place of Berabim in exile, yet we're with me is the idea of being united. That it's not that we were dispersed and therefore lost. We were dispersed in the same time, right? Let's just look at that one more time. Berabim hayu imadi, right? So we were dispersed, and yet at the same time, hayu imadi, we're with Hashem, right? We're in this place of unity and connection. And so this is an incredible merit and, mila of the Jewish people to be able to do this. And it's showing that even in exile, in a place of multiplicity, we're always connected to that truth of the one God. And so how is it that we have this capacity, right, to always be with King David? Right? So King David is the one who was saying this. Originally, King David, when he was writing Psalms, he was saying, okay, Hashem's redeemed my soul in peace. Right? King David was redeemed so many times from so many different enemies. The idea of him knowing that, okay, Hashem saved me, but Hashem was also always with me. So how do we have this inner capacity to know, to always be in this place of oneness, even when we feel divided or stressed or scattered or exiled? How do we have this capacity? Is because we have the essence of our soul, which is the Chida Sheba Nefesh. It's that place of Hayu Imadi, that we're always, with our true selves. We're always with our authentic self. We're always with God. We're always connected to our spark of Mashiach. We always have this place of essence. So no matter how scattered we feel on any level, there's always this capacity to connect to our truest self, which is the essence of our soul, which is beyond any description. And that part of us is actually, the part that's beyond parts, the self, is the spark of Mashiach that we have within us. And it's specifically the spark of David Melech Mashiach. So this capacity for oneness, for this deep inner security and confidence and strength, this is our spark of Mashiach that we have. So how do we access this? We want to tap in. We don't want to just have this somewhere deep within our Jewish psyche, deep within our Jewish soul. No, we want to experience this. We access this through the Yechida of the Torah. How do we access the Yechida, which is the essence of our soul? Through the essence of the Torah. Just like we have 5 levels of our soul, so too the Torah has 5 levels. And by learning the Yechida of the Torah, which is Chassidus, which is the deepest layer, even deeper and beyond than Kabbalah, because it actually brings everything down like oil. It permeates all the way through all the layers. So too, the essence of our soul, it goes beyond all parts, all divisions, all thoughts, all everything. It permeates everything. We have direct access to our essence. So how do we have this direct access? How do we experience this? Is through Chassidus, through learning the essence of the Torah. And here the Rebbe gives us an incredible blessing as a Jewish people to be able to go from a place of Berabim, of exile, to be able to go to this place of unity, to this place of really being fully with Hashem, this revealed state, to be able to go to the base of Mikdash. And the Rebbe really specifies here, to be able to go to our land and to be able to go into the holy city of Yerushalayim, and Hashem's going to take us here. It's not like we have to do it. Hashem is gathering in his exiles. He's gathering in his children. And the Rebbe points out here, if we're even going to go to the Even Ashtia, which is the foundation stone. And what is this foundation stone? This is a place that unifies the world with the one God. It's a place of absolute unity. And to bring this down to actuality, the Rebbe encourages us to give tzedakah. Because what does tzedakah do? It draws close to the Geula. Tzedakah mekareves es a Geula. It brings this reality, and it's something that's a unique type of good, because it's good both for heaven and it's good both for people, right? It brings this unity, right? It's not just it makes people smile, but heaven says oi, or says heaven says oi, but people smile. No, it's a unity that is good for everyone. It's good for the heavenly realms. It's good for the earthly realms. Tzedakah is something that draws in this oneness that we're working towards and tapping into. And then the Rebbe says, though, in the days of Mashiach, that we are in the days of the Mashiach, that we are in Yemos Mashiach. And all a person needs to do is to open their eyes and to realize that we are ready and we are prepared, right? Both our young and our old, our sons, our daughters, everyone, we are all prepared. And we're already standing at the feast of the wise and the sharbor and the yain mishamar, all these delicacies of Geula, all the treasures of Geula that are available to us. We're standing before this set table, and we already have this capacity to start celebrating the Geula, to be tapped into this, to realize that this is our reality. And this pure and beautiful invitation to really step into Geula fully, to take the Chassidus that we're learning and allow it to activate the essence of our soul. And from the place of the essence of our soul, allow us to step into this Mashiach reality totally and fully. So it's a very deep permission in this talk of really opening our eyes and seeing what's available to us, which is all the treasures of Geula, inwardly and outwardly. To learn more about how GeulaWives can be part of your life and support you to live the marriage of your dreams, visit GeulaWives.org, consider joining the GeulaWives Circle for full support, or step into the light of breakthrough coaching. Looking forward to you experiencing your personal Geula and spreading that light to the entire world.